Hi guys, and welcome back to Star Control 2, and you know what we've not done enough of in this game yet? Genocide. So on that note, I'm going to head into Ilrath space, specifically AlphaTauri, and after that I'm going to contact the Melnorme and get the remainder of the detail on current events. I'm going to cash in my Rainbow World knowledge. So here we are on the way there, and oh, we've been intercepted.
What is it? Human. It has been so long since I have seen a human die. We will bet on how many parts we can remove before it stops making noise. Now, you spaceship captain, begin the expedient transfer of all human crew so that we may waste no time. It is the goodwill of Dogar and Kzer-Za that brings the Father Human to us. Were it not for the Dark Lords of Deception's mighty directive, we would not have the good fortune to intercept you for a festive limb-ringing. Your fight for life, though futile, serves the noble purpose and appeases our honored deities. You have earned the right to hold your head high.
Well, after that incoherent babble, I'm going to show you a fight against a non-crippled Ilrath Avenger. You remember at the beginning of the game we fought an Ilrath Avenger that had been crippled. Well, this one hasn't. It's fully... Its cloaking device, as you can see, is fully operational, so the only thing I can do really is figure out where it is-ish and kind of fire blind. As you can see, I took a lot of damage there. As you can see, I've not really got my energy set up correctly, so I might get rid of one of the Hellbore cannons and re-jig the starship in a bit. But time to send them off to parts unknown.
Dogar, Kzer-Za, we hear your summons and slaughter the fat, chubby in greeting. Oh, mighty Dogar, oh, mighty Kzer-Za, your devoted servants hear your words and obey your divine and cruel insights. The Pakunk are unfit for our sacramental tortures. We relish the prospect of killing worthy prey. We will leave immediately so that we can begin our glorious evil devotions. But who shall we prey upon next? Who shall suffer our inspired torment? Didn't those loathsome Unga once mention a race near their region of space? Yes, I have it. The Fradash. We will go now and kill all of them. Farewell, Dogar and Kzer-Za. We are awed by your malevolent presence, and swear unto you to commit even more violent, treacherous deeds tomorrow than we did today.
I think I may have just crossed the threshold of having the moral superior stance there. But now we're going to head off to the Melnorme. Maybe they can help us feel a bit better.
Welcome back, Captain. You are our favorite customer. Now, what can we do for you today? What would you like to sell, Captain? The 13-1 units of biological data we downloaded from your ship earn you 16-2 credits. What would you like to sell, Captain? Your ship's log indicates that you discovered the whereabouts of 3 of the Rainbow Worlds, which so fascinate us. In exchange, we will give you 1,500 credits. trade items would you like to buy today? How much fuel do you wish to purchase? Fuel transferred to your vessel. How wonderful, Captain. The Mycon are using this time, while the Ur-Quan have their attention elsewhere, to expand their sphere of influence as fast as possible. The Mycon colonize planets by launching tough spore pods from orbit and injecting them under the planet's surface. Months later, after the spores have grown hundreds of thick, fibrous tendrils under the planet's crust, the tendrils suddenly thrust up out of the planet and create huge calderas. Not incidentally, filling the planet's atmosphere with the Mycon's preferred gases, clouds of superheated steam and sulfuric acid. Following the end of the war, the Androsynth began experimenting with interdimensional fatigue, a process which is related to your faster-than-light drive, but involves dimensions far more alien than hyperspace. They had just made a major breakthrough when they were suddenly wiped out by a race called the Ors, who appeared seemingly out of nowhere. Actually, we don't know what the Ors did to the Androsynth. They're just all gone. The Arilulale are a mysterious race of IDF beings. IDF meaning interdimensional fatigue. They do not reside in this galaxy, or in fact, anywhere in this universe. While it is true that the Arilu are rarely seen far from the Columbae star group, they do make regular, secret visits to your world, and have done so for centuries. Ever since Earth was stage-shielded, they have focused their attention on the humans aboard the starbase, many of whom are now members of your crew. Though the Arilulale always smile and are never overtly hostile, we believe that they have a secret agenda which somehow involves your planet, Earth. These secret plans may or may not cause grief and woe to you Earthlings. Just under 20 years ago, the brave and suicidal Shofixi annihilated their species by exploding a precursor device, some kind of bomb, in the interior of their sun. The resulting storm of solar flares cooked the life off the Shofixi homeworld and incinerated over 100 Ur-Quan dreadnoughts which had just entered the system to conquer the Shofixi. In actuality, there are still at least a dozen Shofixi left alive in the galaxy. One or two are at Delta Gorno, guarding the dead hulk of their once beautiful world. Others can be found in Vox space. The Slilandro are a mostly non-solid, sentient race who live in a gas giant at Theta Corvi. We recently sold them a self-replicating exploration probe, which has somehow turned hostile and attacks everything it detects. If such encounters have angered you, Captain, please do not address your concerns to us. We possess a formal waiver of damages authorized by a Slilandro speaker and are in no way responsible for the situation. The cowardly Spaffy live at the single planet orbiting Epsilon Gruis. They do not actually live on their world, rather they reside on its airless moon. The reason? A xenomorphic species which craves the sweet-flavored flesh of the Spaffy has been transported to the surface of their planet and makes every attempt to devour the poor Spaffy. I'm certain that the Spaffy would be forever in your debt if you were to eliminate these creatures from their planet. What? You fear the alien creatures will find you a treat also? Fear not. Our data reveals the beasts are not interested in your species. Should you wish to consult with the Spaffy Ruling Council, you will need to know the secret Spaffy cipher, a password which is Huffy, Muffy, Guffy. Like you Earthlings, when the war with the Ur-Quan was lost, the Cyrene chose to be slave-shielded. Their new world is at Betelgeuse. The Cyrene starbase is crewed by the starship commanders and crew who were decommissioned at the end of the war. Though the Cyrene hate the Ur-Quan with a vengeance, they are unlikely to offer you assistance unless you reveal to them the truth behind the tragedy of their original homeworld, Syra, which was destroyed by the birth of a Mycon Deep child a century ago. When the Ur-Quan entered Gamma Serpentis, the home star of the Yehat, their queen made a sudden change of allegiance and allied with the Ur-Quan hierarchy. They became Ur-Quan combat thralls. This act was viewed by most Yehat starship officers as ultimately dishonorable, the desperate act of a corrupt regent to maintain her throne. The Yehat shame was greatly magnified by the Shofixti's show of courage when they destroyed their own star system to slow down the Ur-Quan armada. Captain, you have heard all that we have to say about aliens indigenous to this region. Should we learn more in the near future, we shall be certain to sell it to you. What else would you like to buy? It has been a pleasure dealing with you, Captain. We look forward to your next visit.
And next time we'll be dropping off the beast with Admiral Zex. See you next time.